Okay, this is going to be my Divine Union, Soulmate, Twin Flame, Gemini energy reading. For the season, current energy, however you want to, look at it, resonate with it. Just going to take a look. I'm going to do a spread on the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, the Divine Masculine and the Karmic, and the Divine Feminine and the Karmic. Okay? We're first going to take a look. Do I even want to? Yeah, I guess I could. I'm just going to take an oracle card over the relationship between energy. We're just going to pull in energy. Okay? I'm not going to do angel guidance. I'm just going to do oracle. Just give us a good idea of the overall energy between the two. Okay? To see basically either how you want to look at the crowning energy or the foundation. However you want to look at it. As above, so below. Okay, we have a message. Messenger of water. Message of love. Under the deck, we have the Eight of Fire. So that's right on point with what I've been talking about. This is definitely twin flame. This is soulmate time. Gemini season. It is high soulmate time energy. It is the twins. I had my first sexual merging with my divine masculine during Gemini season last year. So this energy is definitely to bring forward, unions. There's also a sense of, purging that has been going on that is opening the way for new soulmates, okay? So there's people awakening to this journey for the first time. There are people, like I said, that will actually be coming into union. There's people that will be meeting new soulmates, okay? So that is the overall energy. But let me just go ahead and just get started. There are a couple other messages I will share. We have courage on the mind of the divine feminine. We have ace manifestation on the mind of the masculine. All right, let's see what's in the heart. All right, heart expression is in her heart. So definitely, expressing love. Fear is in his heart. We have child consciousness in the feminine's behavior. We have joy in his behavior and attitude. All right. I guess towards, each other. We have failure here under the deck. So, there has been failure. There has been failure, I feel, to make this message of love. Like I said, if people don't make this message of love in Gemini season, it is going to be ugly in Cancer. Y'all gonna keep hearing me say that. That's some strong message that I got to share. That Gemini season is giving you the opportunity to speak your emotions, to speak the truth, to speak up on things that you didn't speak on. If you do not, you will be in deep emotional pain during Cancer season. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. There's already failure here. Okay, let me also read, switch up my energy real quick. Messenger of water. All right, let's see. Messenger of water. Romantic attraction. See? Chivalry, admiration, seeing the best in others, heightened emotional awareness, a call to fall in love with yourself. I need to look for the best in others and honor it even when it seems a challenge to do so. My attractions stem from self-love and a knowledge that I am a part of all love, which takes many forms, each exquisite in its own way. I can have what I desire. There is no need for jealousy, anger, resentment, or fear when I am love, and love flows into me powerfully. So yeah. Okay. So that is what we have here so far, guys. So definitely, energy of attraction. That is definitely love, a message of love, That is the overall foundation. That is the crowning energy over the divine feminine, divine masculine. And it seems he, you know, on his mind, he definitely wants a new opportunity. There is some fear in his heart. You know, he does see her as joyful. You know, she's seeing him as childish. She sees him as needing to express himself. So yeah, there's a lot of energy here on the floor. There's a lot. But she's definitely being courageous. You know, he sees her as being, you know, I think a money opportunity. I don't like that. But he's got money on his mind. She's being courageous though. You know, she's being courageous against any type of betrayal. You know, any type of being stabbed in the back. She's definitely withdrawing actually from any type of expression. You know, I don't feel like these two are communicating at all. She believes her behavior is that anything is possible. She's in this child consciousness, the full energy, that anything is possible. New beginnings, new, you know, just newness, a sense of a new life. It's a new day. It's a new day. That's what I'm feeling. Okay. All right. He is definitely in the hangman position. He is surrendering. I feel like he's possibly, you know, looking at things from a different perspective as well when it comes to an opportunity, when it comes to the divine feminine. There is fear in his heart. There's a sense of being trapped. There's a fear of, you know, just sort of kind of, it's just trapped in his own fear, trapped in his own head, you know. We do have, you know, in his behavior, he is in this period of sort of kind of just waiting and watching things grow. There is failure here, like I said, with the Queen of Swords, failure with truth, failure to stand up for justice, I feel. Excuse me. Possibly a failure in another third-party relationship with a Queen of Swords. That is a possibility for some. Take it as it resonates. I do want to check out Eight of Fire. I do want to read that real quick, because that is under the deck. Gathering momentum, celebrating swift changes, travel, transformation. Monumentum is building as the power of spirit serves to power this transformation. I'm traveling to new territories, and I'm eager to experience all that lands have to offer. I have arrived at my destination, and now the adventure of discovery is energizing me. So yeah, you know, failure to sort of kind of, you know, I feel like the movement of this Queen of Swords, you know, cutting off of whatever has led to some type of failure, you know, and, you know, the failure of this message, definitely, of the failure to, you know, give this offer, you know, send this message of love, or, you know, whatever is needed. All right, let me just clarify another once more with the sexual tarot, and I will tell you what I see going on here between the divine feminine and divine masculine. Yeah, she's, you know, it's all about courage and leaving any type of betrayal, anything like that in the past. Like, she's in the Chariot, she's gone. Like I said, a lot of divine feminines have left the building. They have left. They're no longer, you know, accessible to the masculine. You know, he is, you know, like I said, he's surrendering. He's sort of kind of waiting, you know. He's had to have sort of kind of patience, you know. And he also knows that, you know, there's this unbonding. You know, like I said, during this Scorpio moon season, I feel like a lot of feminines were cleansed. Their desire of their divine masculines were cleansed. They were unbounded. They are free. They are free. Okay, so definitely, you know, expressing, you know, she's definitely expressing her, you know, like I said, cutting off herself off, withdrawing from the world, you know, withdrawing from talking, you know. I definitely feel that I've sort of kind of been in that zone. So if I haven't been commenting and stuff, you guys, please, you know, I've just been in my zone, sort of kind of had to pull back. I know a lot of you probably relate to that, but just not talking to him either, you know, and just cutting off and withdrawing, you know. trying to manifest and make things happen. And, you know, and cutting off from any negative, lower, you know, magic kind of stuff. Okay. All right. We got everything laid out. Let me see now what I can pick up on. All right. So like I said, there's failure here. There's failure, you know. I feel like the Queen of Wands definitely, I mean, the Queen of Swords definitely cut off some things. You know, there was definitely some knowing about, I guess, someone else being seen, you know, being watched. You know, somebody saw, it's like these two are being caught kind of thing. So, you know, I feel like a failure. There was definitely a failure of maybe hiding something, keeping something secretive. And, you know, the truth has come out. You know, the truth has been told. You know, I think, you know, for a lot, you know, of energies, you know, we know that this thing has been, we have the runner, we have the chaser, we have, you know, people trying to keep this in the moon energy, hide it, lie about it. You know, that's just a lot of the energy that's around these, you know, relationships. All right. We do have courage on her mind against any betrayal, being stabbed in the back. You know, and she's definitely moving forward. You know, little Chariot card here. Definitely moving forward. You know, she's thinking about, you know, someone. She's moving forward to this guy that's gonna, you know, caress her and pamper her and massage her. You know, just so the courage to leave, you know, to move towards that. Okay. In his mind, we do have opportunity. We have a Ace of Pentacles, Ace Manifestation. So definitely trying to, you know, trying to manifest something, a business, a money opportunity. There is some surrender on that. This is the Hangman. This is being patient, waiting, sort of kind of seeing things from a different perspective. You know, and I think now he's sort of kind of maybe coming to a realization that the bond has been loosened. You know, I was also picking up that, you know, these divine masculines, you know, they no longer have the ability they had to do like telepathic stuff and tap in and all the things they were able to do before, to sort of kind of pull the divine feminine in. They have been blocked from that. God has blocked them from that. So they don't have those abilities anymore. So I think a lot of them are coming to that realization that they don't have, they're sort of going to have to surrender to this because they no longer have that bond, that control, kind of bonding, controlling bond that they had before, you know, with the divine feminine, that connection, you know, that was there, telepathic connection and other things. Okay. On her heart, we do have this expression. We do have the Hermit. So that's withdrawal. That's, you know, withdrawing from the world, you know. And we have the Magician card. So, you know, in her heart, you know, she's definitely, I feel, withdrawn from the world. Just making things happen, manifesting things. You know, that's what, you know, she's all about. She's about just withdrawing from the world. You know, withdrawn from just talking. You know, definitely being a Sag. I do understand that. For some, this is a Sag card. The Magician card is, you know, with it even being a, you know, him having a sword. But a lot of people consider this a fire card. So, yeah, definitely, you know, withdrawing, not really expressing, and just really being in that energy of creating and manifesting. He does have fear. There is fear here. And there is a feeling of being trapped. You know, and this feeling is, I always get the feeling of being trapped, like, you know, knowing that the divine feminine has these ideas of him, of what she thinks he is, what kind of person he is, blah, 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 blah. He feels sort of kind of trapped in that, you know, what she thinks of him. These swords are the thoughts that the divine feminine has of him, that he's sort of kind of, I feel, trapped. And he doesn't, he's blinded. He doesn't really know how to get out of it. He feels chained by, you know, the things that he's done that's created her to look at him in a certain way. So he's afraid. That also makes him afraid. in his heart, you know. You know, and I do feel that, you know, in his heart there is a sense of, you know, reminiscing. You know, this is the Six of Chalices, which is, you know, thinking about the past, reminiscing, nostalgia. So, you know, in his heart, you know, or it can just be, you know, in his heart, he's just fearful because he's trapped by his past, you know, things in his past. He doesn't want to leave things in the past. That energy has been picked up, you know, as well. That a lot of divine masculines are just having a hard time. Detaching. They're so emotionally attached to people that they are having such a hard time leaving things in the past that they even know they need to leave in the past. So that energy is definitely there as well. But yeah, like I said again, it could be just, you know, trapped, fearful, and then just sort of kind of reminiscing, you know, and you know, reminiscent and fearful also in his heart of, you know, possibly the divine feminine and being with someone else. It's what I'm feeling for some. Like I said again, she's in this child consciousness, you know, she's flying high. She's like, anything is possible. I can freaking fly on the back of a dragonfly. You know, I can do anything. You know, she's all about, you know, being in that full energy. You know, I don't care. I'm going to just jump, leap, take this leap of faith. New beginnings, new starts, new all of that. She's in that chariot. You know, she's moving forward. She's moving towards, you know, she knows what she's moving towards. Her desire. This is what she's moving towards. Someone who desires her and holds her closely and deeply and passionately, and you know, is just, you know, he's just all up in her breast, all up in her heart center. Like, this is deep. He's all in there. And she's just enjoying every minute of it. She's in bliss. So this is what the divine feminine is moving towards, what she's looking for. Okay? His behavior is sort of kind of joyful. You know, well, I'm not going to say joyful. He wants to be joyful. You know, I think it's this positive assessment on joy. Let me just put them all together here. He's sort of kind of waiting, you know, in this period of sort of kind of having to wait to see if what's going to happen, if this joy is going to grow, if he's going to get a chance to be happy with her. There is this sense of like she is tapped out, she's gone, that full moon is back there again. You know, he's trying to get her attention, but she's tapped out. She's not paying him any attention. So, you know, she's not paying him any attention, so he's sort of kind of having this period of having to sort of kind of pause and wait to see, I guess, if she is going to pay him any attention. And he would be happy about that, I feel. Okay? Let me just bring a little bit more together, guys. She, you know, there is this courage of expression, you know, and believing. These I feel is more of her projects of what she has going on. She has courage to express herself and to believe that anything is possible, you know. She's definitely withdrawing from any type of betrayal, and she's, you know, going to, you know, she's starting afresh. She's starting new. She is, like I said, the chariot moving forward. She's manifesting things. She's manifesting, you know, and she has a new desire. You know, like I said, this old desire has been washed. You know, she now has a new desire. She has a new passion. You know, he is definitely fearful of, you know, this opportunity and this joy. You know, this joy and this opportunity. He's afraid to go for it, I feel. You know, because he's in this period of being suspended, waiting, trapped, you know, just a lot of waiting, on hold kind of stuff. Like I said, there is this realization that the connection has been gone, you know, has been loosened, because, you know, there's a sense of reminiscing and looking, you know, I feel at maybe pictures and things like that and trying to get attention. Like I said, I feel like a lot of these divine masculines are trying to do things that they've done in the past on the spiritual level that has worked, that's not working anymore. You know, whether it's candle magic, whether, you know, whatever method or whatever they were using, on the divine feminine, you know, we know if you're in that energy, you understand, you know, telepathy and all of this stuff. The things that they were doing that were able to make us dream about them and, you know, come see them and pull, you know, them pull our energy in, and the things that they were doing, and they have that kind of control over us, you know, because they had this bond. They abused it. So God shut it down. So it's no longer there. Okay. That is what I have for the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Now let's get in. Let's see what's going on with the divine masculine and the karmic. Okay, we're going to have the divine masculine on the left, the karmic on the right. All right, and let's get an overall card for them as well. See what energy we get as an overall energy for them. Like I said, these communications, I'm not going to keep repeating. I don't want to sound like a broken record. You know, if y'all don't get that, you know. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I'm glad it came. I'm glad this came. This is the other message and download I got, and it may trigger some people. But this is what I got, and this is why a lot of us have been cleansed. Because you got to understand, if this spirit, the divine masculine or feminine, whoever it is that's in this runner energy, if they are just this downright, you know, refusing and rebelling against God, and what God's trying to lead them and tell them, and people telling them that's a very rebellious spirit. And you got to think, a rebellious spirit like that sounds like a fallen angel to me. You know what I'm saying? And that sounds like demon energy. So I feel like a lot of these divine masculines have been so rebellious that they have transformed into pure demons. Just because they're that rebellious against God. They just don't want to do what they want to do, They don't want to do this, you know, because they feel like they're being told what to do. They want to choose the mate they want to choose. You know, so a lot of them are so firm in that, and they have rebelled against God so hard on this. They have taken on that demon energy, and we've had to release them, and we've been cleansed and purged. Okay, that's also some things going on. In some, I'm not going to say everybody. All right, overall, this karmic and the divine masculine is karmic, the energy. We do have the Fool under the deck, which is about beginning, new beginnings, and that kind of thing. We do have the Seven of Air, which this came up before. I'm going to go ahead and deal out some cards. On his mind, we do have mother regeneration. So, you know, I know a lot of them are going through some kind of healing issues with their mother. So that could be something, you know, that could be something that is on his mind. We have depletion on her mind. On the karmic's mind. On his heart, we have mental clarity. On her heart, we have illusion. On his behavior, we have love. On her behavior and attitude, we have child consciousness. We have mother creativity. So, you know, there is sort of kind of possibly a new beginning. This is not everybody. You know, take it as it resonates. Please take it as it resonates. Like I said, everybody will not be coming into union. Some people will be going different routes, but we're going to see who we're tapping into right now. Okay, the Seven of Air. This card is about independence, nonconformity, living life on one's own terms without people pleasing. Now is the time for me to live life on my own terms, so I must find the courage to reject conformity. Listening to my yearning for independence is key to breaking free of groupthink and attending to my own needs. Diplomacy with others can help me to be true to my own calling. Do what I know I must do for myself. So, yeah. And also this card, that's the meaning that they get. And the meaning that I get, if you can see, you know, she is pretending to be like a duck, like the rest of them. You know, she's pretending to fit in. You know, this is like this pretending to fit in energy. And this came up a lot in the Scorpio full moon, that people woke up and felt like they were out of place. Sort of kind of this energy. But, you know, a lot of people got to realize that, you know, you can either decide to continue to peck around on the ground for seeds, or you can walk in to be the person, your true individual person, you know, and bring that energy into the world. I think a lot of people are just, they're pretending to be something they're not. They're pretending to live a life and to conform, you know, with other people just to be accepted, you know, and, you know, that energy is just, like I said before, like that, the general energy, it's about you conforming to the Most High. It's about you satisfying that one, okay? All right, let me get a little bit more clarification. Like I said, it's a lot of that energy came forward. A lot of people, you know, the energy of just not fitting in came to the forefront during the Scorpio full moon. So yeah, definitely trying to restore, regenerate, maybe after a period of manipulation or manipulating someone, you know, a mother figure, you know. You know, trying to manifest something, this mother regeneration. On her mind, there's definitely depletion and withdrawal from the world. On his mind, there's definitely mental clarity of stress. On her heart, there's an illusion of, I feel, victory, endings and new beginnings or something. Might be that Facebook, that IG. That might be that IG fake stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, pictures for the IG. Act like everything is good. I don't know. We're going to see. Love. Definitely some disappointment and regret over love is in his behavior. In hers, we have it's child consciousness here, but for some reason I'm feeling with this being the karmic, it definitely seems to be some childish energy. We will continue to look at that. Under the deck here, we do have the Page of Wands, which is about a new identity. So it's about a new beginning, new identity. We have the mother creativity here. So, you know, we shall see what they think about each other. Yeah, he's definitely, you know, he definitely sees her as definitely being very manipulative, you know, and possibly, you know, just doing a lot of manipulative stuff. She's seeing him as being completely withdrawn, you know. Yeah. He sees her as manipulating this breaking of the bond with the divine feminine. He blames that on her. He's beginning to blame that on her. In this situation, this is what I'm saying. I'm not reading for everyone. You know, there's mental clarity about stress, you know, and, you know, not really giving back. You know what I'm saying? He can see that she's really, you know, all about I can just see that he can sort of kind of maybe beginning to see some of her dark ways. You know. She's sort of kind of, I feel like he's sort of kind of hiding, you know, some things. He's creating an illusion. You know, for her. All right, we're going to see. I'm going to see what all I can pull in. Yeah. I definitely feel like, you know, You know, there is a new beginning here. You know, there is the energy of, you know, trying to fit in, not wanting to fit in anymore, wanting to go their own way, wanting to be independent, wanting to be free. So that is just the overall foundational energy here, that there is just this energy of wanting to break free and to be free. Okay, because we have that clarified by the Fool card, and new identity, and, you know, mother creativity. And I think, you know, maybe there is some concern on the masculine's mind, you know, of the divine feminine, you know, being with somebody else. That's a possibility. Let's see. Like I said, there's definitely a sense of, you know, he definitely thinks she is manipulative. He definitely thinks that, you know, she had something to do in manipulating this, you know, the severing of the tie between him and the divine feminine. Like, he definitely sees her as the person that manipulated that, the loss of this connection. She definitely sees him, I feel, as depleted. She's thinking of him as depleted and withdrawn from the world. We have, yeah, definitely, like, withdrawn from the world, like completely withdrawn, like depleted. So that's how she's seeing him. Like, he's exhausted. He's done. You know, looks like done with her and done with a lot of other people too. Like, he's just completely withdrawn from the world. You know, from that's how she's thinking of him. Kind of just withdrawn. You know, even if he's still out and about, he's just very quiet and withdrawn. You know, he definitely in his heart, he has clarity, you know, about stress and the stress that she causes. You know, that she, you know, this woman looks really wicked in the eyes. Very, you know. A lot of times I don't read it as that energy, but that's the energy I'm just really feeling today. You know, he knows, you know, he's got mental clarity on who she is, I think. You know, and the stress that she brings. You know, in her heart, you know, there is definitely an illusion of being on top of the world. You know, like, you know, she sees him, you know, almost like, or feels about him like an illusion, like fake. I feel like fake. She feels like he's fake. He's an illusion of, you know, this person, this victory that's on top of the world, that's all this and all that. And, you know, someone that's just going to take care of his woman, and he's just going to do and be this wonderful man and just treat, you know, treat her well. She feels in her heart that that was an illusion. Like, you know, I feel like a lot of these divine masculines, you know, they was game players. They play games on these women too. You know what I'm saying? They played games, you know, games was played on these women too. You know what I'm saying? You know, they were just not strong enough to, you know, handle it like we did. You know, they stayed, they endured it. You know, they was in the shit. So I really feel for them, actually. We do have luck here. There is disappointment and regret. Maybe of him just being caught so just all up her ass, just caught and being just so caught up by the physical, her ass maybe, you know, and not really love. Like, this was more about physical, which most karmic situations are. Definitely check the links below. I did post a story about my karmic soulmate story, so you know, you definitely can relate. It can help you understand what the divine masculine, whoever's dealing with a karmic soulmate, what that is, what that feels like to be living in that energy. So yeah, there's definitely some disappointment and regret over a love situation, that he chose sex, I feel, body, image, what looked fine, what looked this, who had the fattest ass over love, kind of thing. I do feel like, there is some childish behavior over, this new love. She may feel that he is going after this new love, possibly divine feminine or someone. And, she seems to be emotional about it. She seems to be in an emotional place and seems to be, acting out possibly in a childish way. Okay. Let me just see what else I see. It does look like he has clarity on, I feel like he knows who the divine feminine is and where the love is, and possibly he has clarity and healing, possibly on some other issues as well. Okay. Definitely there's definitely disappointment and regret over stress and manipulation. The stress and manipulation is causing him deep regret. He knows, you know, in his, he feels that, something that looked good on the outside was not good on the inside. And, I feel like he's trying to break himself away from that. There is a sense of, on her, I feel like maybe there's some depletion of an illusion, and maybe some childish behavior. I mean, or this illusion and this childish behavior has brought some depletion to some. For some have been able to see through it. Some, that are caught up in the illusion themselves and they're being childish themselves, that is depleting them. They're depleted. They're done. Because they can't really see what's going on. They're not in control. And they're just acting from a childish place. They do see, like I said, him withdrawing from the world, for this new world, new offer of love, there's definitely the World card here. I feel like she didn't get what she was promised. I think she felt like she was going to be worshipped. She was going to be spoiled and taken care of. And I think that she's regretful because she sees that that's not going to happen. I feel like maybe some of these divine masculines made these karmics some empty promises. That's what I feel here. They pretended to be something that they weren't, to fit in. So yeah, it's a sense of pretending to be something that you're not. An illusion, creating, very much like creating this, this life, this, what I call these Instagram lives that people live, that are so far from the truth of who they really are and what they're really about and what they really want, double lives kind of thing. All right, it's what I'm feeling, guys, from this karmic and the divine masculine. All right, let's see what is on the mind, the energy between the divine feminine and this karmic energy. All right. Let me do one more thing here, guys. Let me get some more of this going before I get into this. Clear my energy. All right. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Let's see the energy between. We're going to do Divine Feminine over here, Karmic over here. All right. Crowning energy, foundational energy, however you want to look at it, as above, so below. I'm not taking all those. No, 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 no. The Star. The Star. I wonder. The King of Water. So the King of Water, I feel, is that masculine energy. Take it as it resonates, guys. Take it as it resonates. We do have the Star card here. So the Star and the King of Water. All right, let's see what's on the Divine Feminine's mind. Let's see what's on the Divine Feminine's mind. What does she think of the Karmic? She thinks she's fearful. Thinks she's afraid. What does the Karmic think of the Divine Feminine? Depletion. Okay. She's giving up. We're at the end. That's good. Okay. Let's see. Depletion in our heart. We both got depletion. We both got depletion. We got depletion in our heart. We don't feel nothing for her. Seems like, you know, we gonna see. Boundaries. Fruition. Okay. Vision, intuition, you know. Deep feelings. I think this King of Water has deep feelings for someone. Possibly the Divine Feminine, that Star up there. So I'm thinking that Star. All right, more clarification of what the Divine Feminine thinks of. Oh, whoa. Should I, shouldn't I? I'm not. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. Afraid of the truth, you know. She sees, you know, things on her mind that we're depleted, you know, by the King of Swords. And, you know, we're done with him. She's probably happy. Still not gonna be good for you, boo. It's still not gonna be good for you, even if we are done with him. Okay, the other messages that I got. Oh, this is a great time to come into the other messages. The message I got for the Divine Masculine was that some of them will be released to their vices. This is why I was telling people before that, you know, when you check for them in the next couple years, they're not, you're going to be like, whoa, because like I said, a lot of these rebellious ones, these demon ones, they're being released to their vices. Meaning if it's drugs, like they're going to just go, guys, let them go. They even let them swim in all the drugs that they want. You know what I'm saying? If it's women, the same thing. You know, they'll probably be, you know, around here burning in the next, you know, few months. You know, or, you know, got somebody pregnant or something, you know, sexually, you know, something. But he's about to allow them to have their vices. They want that demon life, he's going to get it to them. He's going to let them have it. Okay. Let's see. All right, deep feelings about work. About work. So this King of Water has deep feelings about the work that the star does. That's the energy between these two. Take it as it resonates. Yeah. Fear of being, fear of the truth, fear of, of losing the bond, of being able to control, she's definitely a depletion of, the King of Swords. I feel like the King of Swords is not really paying her any attention. He's paying the stars some attention. This king. Yeah, she's definitely, standing victorious over any depletion, and happy and joyful. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. Alright. Under the deck, what is this? The 8. So, deep feelings, The Page of Water has deep feelings about the works, that the star does. And I feel like he, almost like worships the star. That's what I'm feeling. He's very caught up in the energy of the star. Energy. All right. So I feel like definitely the Karmic is definitely fearful of, the truth. She's fearful of, losing this bond. She sees that, the Divine Feminine has no problem cutting it off, cutting him off. And in the process, it has brought depletion to him. It has made him sort of kind of, withdraw from her. Like his focus now is even more drawn to the stars, what I feel. So she is definitely, she's not happy. She's not happy at all with him. And with him, this is what I feel, okay? Which I know, and I can pretty much, resonate a little bit somewhat with this. I know a lot of Divine Feminines are doing their thing. They're doing their mission. They're in the limelight, okay? And I feel like a lot of Divine Masculines, which naturally they're being drawn to it because that is part of their work as well. So they're being naturally drawn to it because they internally know it's something that we're supposed to be doing together. So they're being drawn and pulled into the work that the Divine Feminine is doing. Okay. And he has deep feelings and deep emotions. It's bringing up deep feelings and deep emotions. Okay. I feel that, like I said, that has brought fear in the Karmic. She's realizing she is losing control. She's losing the bond. And she's realizing that was done without just with truth, just with the Queen of Swords standing on truth. She really didn't have to do anything, but she's definitely depleted. She's just very unhappy with him. She's unhappy with the attention I feel and the energy that he feels. And she's seeing the feeling. She's seeing the attention. She's seeing all this now. And it's just making her depleted. Okay. I I do feel like the divine feminine is, you know, she's sort of kind of just over all this. You know what I'm saying? She's gained victory. She feels like regardless anywhere it go, she is victorious. You know what I'm saying? And she's going to have this commitment that she wants. She's going to be happy. It's not with dude. She can have dude. As far as, you know, the divine feminine is concerned, the karmic can't have the divine masculine at this point. So she's done. She doesn't even care. She's claiming victory because she knows she's going to be happy. You know, because this is still, I don't feel the divine, this is, the karmic knows more about the feelings of the divine masculine towards the divine feminine than the divine feminine knows. The divine masculine hasn't brought these feelings forward to the divine feminine. He's tried to convince her that he doesn't give a fuck about her, that he doesn't think about her, she ain't shit. None of that. So, you know, until the divine feminine is made aware of this, there's still nothing that can manifest. Okay. She does see boundaries and indecision. You know, she has put up these boundaries. She see we put up boundaries. I feel like she's seeing we put up boundaries against indecision. Now she done put up boundaries, you know, because she sees, you know, that, you know, she knows that we're extremely patient beings. Like the turtle is here, and that's what stands out to me. She knows that we're patient, though. We're patient. Even though, you know, we put up boundaries and just, you know, things like that. Like, we do have a sense of patience. Not to say we're being patient now in this situation, but she does recognize that we are patient. We have been patient. In the midst of these boundaries that the divine masculine has put up, in the midst of his indecision, we have been patient. She sees that and understands that as well. Okay? So she does feel that in her heart about us, that we are patient. But we will put up boundaries against indecision. You know, we just don't. We you know, we take a stand for something. You know, we take a stand. You know, definitely it's all about this new opportunity, this new burst of energy, this new flame. And, you know, I feel like if you see the dude in the back, he's like slipping away with this shit, like as they're distracted or whatever. And I just sort of kind of feel like that is the divine feminine. The divine feminine is like, okay, y'all distracted over there, so I'm about to get my shit and leave. How about that? And I'm about to go with this new opportunity. I'm about to go get my 10 of Pentacles. Like, y'all can stay in there on that bullshit. I'm not being caught up in a third party. I'm out. And like I said, you know, she can definitely see there is definitely, she can see, you know, there's definitely some spying going on. And, you know, it is this energy of, you know, divine masculine, you know, talking down to her, you know, sort of kind of belittling her, that kind of thing. So, like I said, I sort of kind of feel like him feeling like she has something to do with messing this up and all this and this and that. I mean, I feel like he's extremely aggressive towards her. You know, that's that karmic energy. That's, like I said, y'all listen to my video, you will understand that karmic energy is very argumentative. It's very volatile. It's very, yeah. So I can definitely see them, you know, definitely some arguments, possibly over, you know, he might get caught watching, you know, a video, being on, you know, the Divine Feminine's Instagram, Facebook page, whatever, you know, that was sort of kind of picked up too, that people were going to be sort of kind of caught you know, um, through some messages, through some other things. I got bit, guys. These bugs are, I'm like down here. I'm a freaking, like a blood mobile for them. But anyway, yeah, that is what I have, guys. Like the feminine, I mean, the karmic is just very, how she feels about, it's more, this still is more of, you know, she sees us not paying attention to the masculine. She sees that he really has these deep feelings about the divine feminine. And he sort of kind of takes it out on her. Like she's getting his abuse. She's getting his rage. She's getting this unhappiness, his frustration. She's getting all that. He's dumping all that shit on her. Because he's got these deep feelings and all this stuff going on about the star. He really wants, you know what he wants. We saw that. And he feels like he's lost it. He's failed. So he's not, I don't feel like either one are in great, like good places. But that is all I'm picking up on, guys. That is pretty much it, That's pretty much it. It's a lot of jealousy. This is pretty much what I feel, There is, the divine feminine is she's done. She's over it. Like, she done left. She on the new shit. She's, going towards victory. She's telling the truth. She's unbounding herself, from any type of fear, any type of depletion. She's claiming victory on being happy, fruition. And, birthing of these new things she's trying to birth. And she's leaving any type of third-party situations or energy like that in the past. And, with her, taking this stand, it's like she don't even really, she's just left this behind. You know what I'm saying? And the karmic is sort of kind of like, and this is almost like the energy another sister picked up on, like, they need the divine feminine's energy for their shit to even to have something to talk about, I guess. To have something to work on together. To have some, they can sit down and talk about us or whatever together and drag us or whatever. But now that we've disengaged ourselves, they don't have us, like, we don't give a fuck. So how can you, like, somebody who don't give a fuck, like, how can you try to hurt somebody who don't give a fuck? Or try to, trick somebody that doesn't give a fuck? Is what I'm feeling here. But yeah, she's done. She's depleted. She's lost his attention. His attention is over here on the star. There's definitely boundaries and indecision. Like, I just, there's a feeling, she knows we've put up our wall. She knows that, we're in this period of, like, indecision, but she also knows we're patient. So it's almost like you gotta watch that bitch. She feel like, yeah, she's saying it's over, and she don't know all this shit, but I gotta watch this bitch because she is patient. That's sort of kind of what I'm feeling here. And she do see, she looking, you know what I'm saying, and you might be hollering at her and screaming at her for watching us, you know what I'm saying, for even, giving us a view. But for some, I see that, he doesn't even want her watching her. Like, I don't know, it's just very argumentative. There's just some very argumentative energy going on about him watching or being on something in the midst of something that deals with, the star. Whoever that is. Okay, let me read that too. I don't think I read it. And then we're going to close out, guys. That is all I have. $17 is the number. Inspiration. I am hopeful and inspired by life right now, and everything that is happening points to a renewed sense of encouragement. After all the changes I've experienced, I'm starting to recognize the hope that comes with new beginnings. So yeah, new beginnings, healing, that kind of thing. Okay, I hope you guys were able to take something from that, just to pick up on the energies that's going on in this divine union, relationships, things during this period. I will be doing I'll possibly be doing some weekly readings, just to pick up on the energy, just because I know this is twin season. So keep your eyes open for that. Peace and love to the family. Until next time.